Listen, man, I don't want to beat a dead horse, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's my last time I'm talking about this Udoka situation. I promise you, it's my last time, but I got to tell you something. Derek Fisher is the first Umi Udoka. Derek Fisher is the first Umi Udoka. And Matt Barnes is the first Nia Long. You understand what? Listen to me. Do you guys know this story? I know the story. I heard it from Matt Barnes. You don't have to listen to me about it because Matt can tell you for himself. Matt Barnes is separated with his wife. He's friends with Derek Fisher, okay, who's coaching in the NBA, ex-player, NBA champion, okay, played with Shaq, played with Kobe, but a good friend of Matt Barnes, NBA player. Matt Barnes is with his estranged wife. He's playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. And he picks up his kids. I guess they drove. The wife and him just decided, they would go and hang out so he can see his sons. They make a pit stop for food. Wife gets out the car, goes to one spot. Derek and the boys get out the car, go to the other spot. They get back in the car. They're waiting for the wife to come back out. She's on her phone. Boom. Her phone jumps in. The Bluetooth jumps into the Escalade that they're driving. And lo and behold, Matt Barnes hears Derek Fisher say, "Baby, I miss you. We had so much fun in New York. I can't wait to see you again." His wife gets back in the car, and he's like, "Who are you talking to?" He's like, he recognized the voice, and he says, "Derek Fisher, I'm gonna beat the blah, 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 blah." Phone hangs up. Now, that was drama. Matt Barnes is looking to beat the hell out of, kill Derek Fisher, whatever. That was some of the biggest drama we've ever heard in the NBA out of a guy coaching, messing with his teammate and his friend's wife, ex-wife, estranged wife. Not only was he messing with her, he was staying in the same house that his own house. This is Matt Barnes' house that he bought for his estranged wife and his sons. This dude is having sex in the house of Matt Barnes with his children in the house. Derek Fisher is one of the dirtiest dudes. Listen, I met Derek Fisher in Toronto. Back in the 90s. The Lakers were in a club called California Dreams in Toronto. Okay? Derek Fisher is the first time I met Shaquille O'Neal. That was when he was thick, he was tall, he was skinny, shook his hand, coolest dude in the world. Derek Fisher was with 2 white prostitutes. 2, not with one, he was with 2, right? And when you're like, how do you know they were prostitutes? Listen, man, I know because I blasted no. He was with 2 white women. Those chicks were pros. Happy as a pig in mud. Got 2 white women on each arm. Pros, professionals. All right. Happy as a pig in mud. Shaq's by himself. For the record, Shaq was by himself. He wasn't with nobody. And that was my first interaction meeting Derek Fisher. And I said to myself, because I'm a Toronto man, we're big city guys out here, baby. This is the 4th largest city in North America. I was like, look at this guy, thirsty for some of the lowest grade girls in the nightclub, California Dreams. Some of you know that stuff. Some of you know that club. That was my first meeting with Derek Fisher. I knew he was a grimy dude from the time I seen him then. But then when I heard this story, I'm like, this guy's got no etiquette, man. This guy has no etiquette whatsoever. None. 0 etiquette. This guy broke every bro code in the world, man. Every bro code in the world this dude is breaking. He's sleeping with his friends, his teammates. He was, I believe, coach of Matt Barnes for some period of time. Listen to me. Nothing happened to Derek Fisher. Nothing happened. There was no press conference. There was no media storm. Nothing happened. You know why nothing happened? Because one black man slept with another black man's woman. Nothing happened. It wasn't newsworthy. You gotta let that sink in for a minute. Matt Barnes hasn't been out the league that long. Derek Fisher is a well-known basketball player and coach And he did the unthinkable. And listen to me. Who the hell's gonna go messing around? Matt Barnes ain't, he's not the biggest dude in the world, but he ain't afraid of a fight. Who's gonna really run around messing with Matt Barnes' girl? Derek Fisher's a grimy dude. Nothing happened, bro. Nothing came to light. No, the organizations associated with it felt it was personal business. And they let those men handle their personal business on their own because it had nothing to do with them being in the NBA. And of course, Matt Barnes, nobody really liked Matt Barnes at the time too, because he's a little bit of a nuthead. A little bit of a, I don't want to say, a little bit of a nut. Matt's cool now. Matt's a journalist now. But when he was playing, he'll admit it. He's a little bit of a, an idiot. And so I guess people didn't care. And everybody knows Fisher was grimy. So I guess people didn't care. All right? Just as a side note, this is a side note. When Kobe had his situation. You remember that? Remember when Kobe was allegedly charged with rape? Remember that? Two things are noteworthy. Kobe was never suspended. He gave the Raptors 81 points that season. Okay, he was playing like his life depended on it. And number two, Derek Fisher, out of his own mouth, I remember this interview, he says, well, if Kobe has done that, he's not the guy that we think he is. I'm like, how could that, I like what Shaq did the other day. Shaq said that I'm a serial cheater and I'm not going to talk about this. Derek Fisher shouldn't have talked about that at the time. But it just goes to show you what a piece of garbage Derek Fisher is. That's here nor there. But on the other side of this coin, the NBA, the organizations that they were affiliated with, attached to, nobody decided to do anything about it because it was personal business. And it was personal business. It had nothing to do with the NBA in respect to how these dudes were going to play. Maybe it had something to do with, how guys would interact playing on the same team. That's relevant. They traded Matt Barnes that year because he had interaction with Doc Rivers. That's relevant. But listen, you're telling me that situation is that much different than what's happening with Udoka? It's not. It's not that different. This Udoka situation is based in race. I'm sorry, I'm pulling the card. It's based on the spookyism of being a black man, the black phallic, this big black penis is running around screwing people in Boston. This big black penis, let's put it under control. Let's bring in an investigation to control this big black penis that we got out here. It's killing. It's out here poking itself into everybody. Come on, man. Oh man. Why does the black man's sexuality become dangerous the minute he starts sleeping with white women? I'm gonna say it, bro. I'm gonna get out there and say it. I'm gonna put it in front and say it. And listen. It's clear now because we thought essentially he was cheating. And I don't even like to use the word cheating because Neil Long don't want to marry him, so I don't really like to use that word. But he decided to have sex with individuals who, it was told that he was having sex with individuals who were allegedly black and found out they were not. At least one of them wasn't. The woman we thought it was, that's not her. That's not who it is. Okay? We find out it's another lady who happens to be a Caucasian woman. And you're like, why are we bringing up race? Because race is relevant in America. Race is relevant for these scenarios. There's not a balanced playing field that's happening, it's taking place right now. And I know a lot of you ladies, you just want to crucify any man who puts his penis in the wrong woman. I know that's how your brain is built. Your brain is built that when a man sleeps with the wrong woman, you want him crucified, you want him castrated, you want him ostracized. But you women don't play by the same rules, because when it comes time for you to say, oh, you know what? He's not treating me the way he's supposed to. Oh, you know what? I think I deserve better. You will go and share your goods with anybody, but you'll sugarcoat it and make it seem differently. When Udoka is running around sleeping with other people consensually, somehow it becomes a capital crime. But when Derek Fisher was slamming teammates' wives, y'all didn't talk. I didn't hear Malika. I didn't hear nobody. I didn't hear these female journalists running around. Come on, man. Come on. And at the end of the day, too, Matt Barnes' ex-wife is a grimy female, too. And I know they're married now. I heard they got married and whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care if they're married. I don't care if they worked it out. I don't care what they did, honestly. It was a grimy situation. And they don't even deserve happiness to me. I mean, it was grimy, bro. If you're gonna have sex, if you're gonna go after a dude, he's going through a divorce, and you're gonna go after his wife, go have a conversation. Be a man and say, yo, listen. I just want to be out. I'm your friend. I know you, bro. Like, I'm having feelings towards your ex, bro. Like, how do you feel about that? These guys are millionaires. There's so many women in the world. You're telling me Derek Fisher couldn't find another chick that looked like Gloria, that looked like Gloria Barnes? He couldn't find another girl that looked like her in the world with his millions of dollars? He absolutely could. It wasn't a scenario where he had to go find this one particular girl and sleep with. I'm sorry. That's not it. I'm sorry. He could have gone anywhere. He could have gone to Thailand, Singapore, Australia, the moon. He could have gone anywhere and found himself, because Derek Fisher, like I said, is a slime ball. He sleeps with just about anything. He could have found anybody. You don't need to be sniffing up the crotches of your teammates, your boys' exes. Bro, exes are always off limits. What bro code was he following? But it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Because women can do what they want. It's okay. That was okay. That was okay for Gloria to be a dirty trick and to sleep with her ex-husband's friend. But now Udoka is smashing. He's smashing who, I don't even know. We don't even know now. We don't know if it's a consultant. We don't know if it's a vice president. He's smashing somebody's people. We know he's smashing somebody's people, and it's a capital flipping crime when he's doing it. It's a capital crime when he's doing it. He's not sleeping with teammates' wives. At least that's not the story. And you know what? Maybe because of this situation is why Matt Barnes said, you know what, I heard more of the details and I had to switch up. Because Matt Barnes is triggered by stuff like that. He's triggered by stuff like that. You know, because it happened to him. And so I understand how Matt Barnes had one opinion and then he switched his opinion on Udoka, because it's happened to him. And it's a dirty situation. And I tell you right now, anybody who does that, who goes and messes with the teammates, I mean, that's a man-to-man situation. You don't go calling lawyers and asking teams to suspend you and all kind. Bro, you listen, you call your cousins and your kinfolk and you go down there and you straighten out your business like a man. Straight up. But this whole thing here that they got Udoka on, man, they got this guy on. They got him on some kind of massa. They got him on some kind of massa Kunta Kinte Toby. I don't even know, bro. I don't know why this guy's even sitting around waiting to keep this job. I don't know why his agent's not out here saying, listen. My boy can coach. My guy can coach. Okay? He can coach. Clearly, he knows what he's doing with the ladies too. But he can coach. And if y'all want to coach, call me. That's what they should be doing him right now. He shouldn't be sitting on the sidelines waiting for this ridiculous organization.